What's up, y'all? Today we working on a 2010 Audi A4 2.0 all-wheel drive convertible coupe. We're gonna be removing this front bumper, and ultimately we're trying to gain access to the idler pulley to replace that. Just gonna be showing you guys how to do it and walking you through it. All right, let's get into it. So in the A5, as you can see, belt came off, and at first, while driving, customer said they thought, they got the battery light in the vehicle. It said that the alternator wasn't charging the car. Obviously, it's not an alternator issue. The belt came off, and reason being, if you look further down, the idler pulley is, I don't know if you can see it, but right down here, I'll get a hand on it. But wiggling the pulley, it's extremely loose. So because of it being extremely loose and wobbling like that, it was looser. I kind of tightened it up, hand tightened it up a little bit. But whenever a pulley wiggles and wobbles like that, it's gonna shake the belt off. As you can see, the alternator pulley doesn't have any play in it. This pulley right here is good, no play in it. It just seems to be the idler pulley down there. So we're gonna go ahead and get that replaced. But the bad thing about Audis is the fact that there's not enough clearance in here to do any work, because the ratchet and T40 driver that you need to take this off, when you try and get it in there and turn it, I'll try and show you. But when you try and get in here and turn it, this is without the thing on it. You barely have any room, okay? And this is with nothing on it, okay? You barely have the room to get down there and do any work. So I gotta, pull the entire front bumper off. You can't even really go through the bottom and do it. So I'm gonna pull the front bumper off and get this done. Okay, so to get the bumper off, first we're gonna have to remove this radiator cover right here. So you're gonna be using a T30, okay? And you're gonna remove 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 3 bolts, 4 bolts. It's gonna remove this radiator cover right here. All right, so I'm gonna get that done right now. I got this one. I got this one. Got this one. Got this one. Okay. It should pop right up from here. Watch out, because there's clips. Okay. Next, we're gonna go underneath the vehicle. It's gonna be 1 here, 2, and then 3 that you gotta remove on the bottom. These bolts on the bottom are gonna be T20s, okay? I kind of put this one in here, and because it's a little rusted, so I put it in with my hand, and then I kind of tapped it in the rest of the way, so that way, I don't strip the screw or the bolt. I'm sorry, and the rest of them look pretty good. Like this one is not too bad. Might have to hit this one in too, but this one looks pretty good as well. This one's a little rusted, so I'm gonna get that done now. Actually, there's gonna be 5. There's gonna be 1 in this corner over here by the underneath the fog light. As you can see, closer to the tires, there's gonna be one more on that side and by the tire as well. But this vehicle just doesn't have it, so I don't have to pull it off. Whoever did the work on it prior did not reinstall them. I'm gonna back the car down off of the ramps. I only put it on the ramp so I could reach what was on the bottom. Now there's gonna be 2 more screws on each side of the wheel wells. We're gonna have to take the screws out of this, the bolts actually out of this fender liner. So there's 1, 2 right here, and then up in here, kind of up over here, there's 2 bolts holding on this side, and then same thing on this side. There's 1 bolt. There's the other one. Oh, other one's right here where my finger is. Here's the other one right here. That's 2 bolts, and then I gotta pull the fender liner back, turn the tire, and there's gonna be 2 more bolts up in behind the fender liner, kind of right over here in this area, holding this front bumper on. And then also, I'm sorry, you got these bolts over here that got to be removed as well. So I'm gonna take those off also. These right here are gonna be T20s. So that's one. This one right here. All right, so we got the car down, so I could kind of show you better the bolts that we're gonna be moving. Turn the tire toward the passenger side, so it's just 1 bolt and 2 bolts. Okay, and then I don't think we need to peel that back, but that's what we're gonna be removing. And then we're gonna take this fender liner, peel it back toward us. Both bolts are removed, and now we're gonna take the fender liner, reach in and kind of peel this out of the way, because we gotta reach bolts that are, hold on. So the bolts we gotta reach are pretty much right there. See those 2 bolts? It's gonna be that one and then that one up there. Them is the 2 we gotta take out. So you're gonna need to put an extension on your drill, or if you're using a ratchet, you're gonna need an extension for that as well. Okay, so what I got here is a extension with a flexible mount on the end and a size 10 hex socket. I'm just gonna be putting this on my drill. Both screws were removed. I ended up taking the flexible off. It was easier to do with just a straight extension and 10mm socket. Okay, moving to the other side. We turned the tire, because obviously now we have to get these 2. So we're gonna do the same thing. The bolt 1, bolt 2, and then we're gonna pull the fender liner and get the 2 bolts behind it. We got it. The bumper's on clips, so don't be afraid. You don't want to be too aggressive, but you kind of want to pop the clips to like get it out of the way to gain access to the 2 bolts behind this. Once again, they're up in there. There's 2 bolts that you see. That one, and then up against that wall, 1 and 2. That's what we're going to be taking out. All right, at this point, all the bolts are out. We're just going to yank the bumper off. When you pull the bumper off, the fog lights are still going to be connected. You're going to want to pop the tabs off of that fog light and that fog light to fully remove the bumper. But like I said, they're going to be in these tabs that you gotta pull off and pop. That's from them screws we removed earlier. Okay, you don't want to pull there just yet because you don't want to break it. You want to get the edges first. All right, see that? Gotta pop the tabs. And now to come off, there is a tab right here. You want to disconnect. So press. Okay, so this tab was over here on the bottom of this. You want to squeeze the side of this and push and then pull down. Then you got the 2 fog lights. I'm not gonna, let's see if they easily disconnect. No, so I'm just gonna turn them, just gonna turn these and pull them out like that. There's 1 more fog light that's gonna be connected. Turn it toward the passenger and pull it out. Okay, now the bumper should be ready to completely come off. As you can see. Okay, now we're going to be removing this entire front end so that way we can gain access to the serpentine belt and the pulleys. All right, so we're gonna start taking this bumper off, the actual bumper. I'll just pull this off of here. As well, but take this off, kind of remove this. This over here looks like I'm gonna have to squeeze that in. I'm gonna try and do it. So we got it squeezed and removed. And then pull this out. You wanna open this up. Sorry, I can't get it open with one hand. Hold on. you want to kind of open this and you can see where the ball goes. Simple as pulling the ball out, popping it, and close it right back up. Then I'm gonna pull the clip up. That's good enough. Pop that. This tab, where the hood, this is the hood latch. You're gonna press this button and pull this back. So press and pull. Quick video on 2010 Audi A4 2.0 battery location. This is gonna be annoying. I fucking hate German cars. It's gonna be in the trunk. Okay, I already got everything out of the trunk. Yes, I am drinking and working. You need to when you're working on a German vehicle. All right, so I'm gonna move this up. I wanna unscrew this shit. Move it out of the way. Take this spare out. Gonna lean it up against the back of the vehicle. Okay. And you want to move this plastic shit out of the way. All right. Then, and only then, do you have access to the battery. Voila. Hopefully nobody needs a jump. 2010 Audi A4. All right, so before we go any further, you want to go in the trunk. It's underneath the spare tire, and remove the negative battery terminal, because we're going to be disconnecting the horn and the airbag on this. All right, so for the airbag, this clip is brown, you know. So you're gonna pull it down and then pull. Okay. There's the horn, which is right here. This clip has got to be removed too. So you're gonna push here and then pull. All right, so I got the horn out. I got the airbag out. Should be done on this side. All right, so passenger side, we already disconnected the horn. Just like the other side, airbags out. I just gotta wiggle this loose. It's annoying. I get pliers. Wiggle it out. Alright. So that's out. Now, gotta get the hoses out of here. And the same thing on this side. Alright, so got a little stubby to release the clamp. So this side should be ready to come off. Shake it off. Boom, that's one. I gotta get the other side. Once again, a little stubby. Stubby might not work on this side because we're kind of close to the bumper. So I might have to get a socket. All right, so it's gonna be a number 7 socket to get this off. Okay, so we got the hoses off on both sides. Now, underneath, we got two 13 millimeters that need to come loose. Got to take them out on both sides. Then you're gonna try and pull it out. If it doesn't come out by hand, get a crowbar, stick it in here, and you could kind of yank it out. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, front bumper's removed. As you can see, I'll put that over here. Okay, so we got the 13 millimeter bolts out. Now we gotta disconnect these headlights. So and disconnect them from here. So you gotta pop these headlights out on both sides. Both sides you gotta pop them. Then you got 3 16 millimeter bolts you gotta extract. So one's in here, and then there's 2 down here. On this side, one's in there. Once again, 2 down there. One's behind the hose, as you can see. You're gonna need an extension, obviously, for that, and a 16-inch socket. Okay, so last bolts is this one and this one. And it's ready to come off, or not come off. I'm just gonna move it forward so I have access. Whew. All right, so now that we got those bolts out, I kind of already started leaning it forward, but as you can see, we got play. Now we can fit a whole hand in there. All of that just to get to this. All right, so let's get that pulley changed out, and then get the new belt on. Got the new belt there, got the pulley there. All right, so T40, now that we got the space and we're all leaning forward, see how we could get straight in, and we could finally reach the pulley with no obstructions. So I'm gonna take this off, but first let me double check, see if this pulley's wiggling. No, this pulley seems good. But yeah, this was the only pulley wobbling. As you can see, that one's terrible. This one's fine. That one's fine. That one's fine. All right, so I got the idler pulley off, and it was a fail with the bearings. So, as you can see, so we're gonna replace it with a new one, and that's where it was. It takes a T40 to get it off. All right, pulleys in, serpentine belts in. Now we're gonna start this bitch, see if it worked. All right, give her a start. Like magic. Like magic. Holla at me.